let's talk about simple tenses in verbs. And the first verb tense we will talk about is the simple present. Simple present are verbs that you use for actions happening now or just general facts you are stating about a person or a situation. So, for example, this sentence, she walks to school. This could be used to describe a person who walks to school. Right now, she walks to school in actions happening now, or just a general fact stating, like, yeah, she walks to school. That is how she gets to school every day, is through walking. She walks to school. Or another example is I eat dinner. Eat being the simple present verb. I eat dinner. So in the evening, I eat dinner. And soon we will eat dinner. That is we're making right now. But I eat dinner could be when I am physically eating dinner. I would say I eat dinner. Some other examples of simple present verbs would be I go to the store. I go to the store. Or you could say I go to school. We could use the verb go. We could also use another verb like I go for a run or I run at the park. Either of those would work to describe an exercise that you would do. I go for a run or I run at the park. And so when we use the simple present, we use it to describe actions happening now in the present. The present means now. Or we can use this verb tense to just describe general facts that happen. Doesn't necessarily mean it is happening right now, but it does happen just in general. General is kind of means it happens a lot or it happens all the time. Okay, let's talk about simple tenses in verbs, verb simple tenses. And the first tense is simple past. Simple past. Past meaning that it happened already, and here is completed. So past means that actions that happened already. So we use simple past for actions that happened and were completed in the past. So it means verbs that are used for actions that are already done. They are already complete. And so some examples of simple past tense verbs are she walked to school yesterday. So this is talking about a specific time and it happened yesterday. The sentence tells us yesterday. She walked to school yesterday. So this means she walked to school and that action is complete. She walked to school. Once she arrived at school, the action is completed. Another example is last night we ate dinner. So this is, again, talking about one moment in time. We ate dinner last night. It happened in the past. We ate dinner. The action happened in the past and it is complete. It happened and is finished. Another example could be using the verb to go. To go is interesting because you do not add on, much like ate, you do not add on an ed to the end. So you could say, last week I went for a run. Last week I went for a run. And so it again tells us it happened in the past. It happened last week. And once the run was finished, once you ran and it was finished, then you use the simple past tense. I went for a run. The action happened and it is completed in the past. Let's talk about simple tenses for verbs. And this tense is simple future. Future means something that has not happened yet, but will happen. Will being the key word in this sentence. So we use the simple future tense for actions that will happen at some point in the future. That will happen. Will is a key word because it is what we use to create a future tense verb. So, for example, we will use the verb walk. She will walk to school tomorrow. Tomorrow being in the future. And so this sentence tells us that she will walk to school tomorrow. She will walk. It has not happened yet, but it will happen tomorrow. Another example is using the verb to eat. We will eat dinner in 10 minutes. 10 minutes is in the future. It's not far in the future, but we still use the future tense to describe even in 10 minutes. We will eat dinner in 10 minutes. Again, adding will to the verb to make it future tense. So another example could be, I will go for a run next Monday. And so a specific day next week, I will go for a run using the verb to go and creating future tense by adding will to the verb. I will go for a run next Monday. Another example that we could do as well would be, I will make breakfast tomorrow morning. I will make breakfast tomorrow morning, adding will to the verb make. I will make breakfast tomorrow morning. So again, simple future is used to describe actions that will happen at some point in the future. Could be tomorrow, could be in 10 minutes, could be next week or next year or in the next 5 years. It's all used to describe actions that will happen at some point in the future.